What's up, duelists? Today I'm going to be going over some very, very hype replays from RBET of a few decks that we didn't actually get to showcase on the stream that much that I really wanted to cover. There's a replay from a Diva hero deck, there's a replay from an Ancient Gear deck, a Flamvell deck, a Lightsworn deck. I'm not really sure. I know that there's some replays from some decks that didn't really get a chance to have the spotlight in RBET4. A few things before we get started in these replays. The first thing is, of course, I was on MBT's video yesterday, the Junior Journey, and it was a blast. That format is super cool. I don't know if you guys would want to see content of Junior Journey type stuff. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Secondly, of course, in accordance with all the subscribers, thank you guys so much for 5K. We actually did it. We have well over 5K as of right now, which is fucking awesome. Hell yeah. Next stop, 6K. We're on the way. We're well on the way. We're almost at 5,100 already. So, love you guys. You guys are awesome. This whole everything, RBET, the whole fucking Edison format, whatever, it wouldn't happen without all you guys. So, thanks so much. Anything else? Oh, yeah, members. So, we've got a lot of members now. I think we have like 24, 25 members. I want to do a members-only tournament. I might be doing it at 50 members. Might do it a little bit over or under that, depending on how quickly we reach that goal. But if you guys want to become a member to support the channel, it's $2.99. You get cool emotes in the live streams. I'm going to be live streaming, the tournaments and everything. And you also get a cool little member badge when you leave comments, and I'll always reply to your shit if you're a member, basically. In any case, let's go ahead and get into these replays. We're going to show both hands. Actually, we're going to hide both hands. I don't know. We'll alternate. You know what? Yeah, let's hide hands. Wait, no. Let's show hands. Yeah, let's show hands. As a show of hands. Okay, we got Mr. Maple versus Indikid. I wanted to showcase this match because Indikid is, he's a strong player. Mr. Maple, also a strong player. These guys are very active in the Discord. They play a lot of ranked matches. Mr. Maple is playing, of course, Lightsworn. And Indikid is playing, it looks like a zombie deck, but with Upstart Goblin, which is very interesting. We don't normally see those two combined. So we're going to go ahead and start off with Indikid winning the rock, paper, scissors. His draw for turn is Mind Control, very busted card. His hand's actually fucking crazy. Dust Shoot Mind Control is big. Call of the Haunted Mizuki a little bit bricky here, no cap. Let's see if the Upstart Goblin finds him anything good. He finds Book of Life, so now he has 3 Reborn spells. Little awkward. The Deep Prison not really facilitating, not getting the Mizuki in the grave or anything, but hopefully Trap Dust Shoot can buy him some time. He's going to set Trap Dust Shoot. He might set the Deep Prison too, who knows. Looks like he does. Okay, so he's going to Dust Shoot in the draw phase. He's going to look at this hand, and he's going to be like, well, shit. So, Mr. Maple has a few options. He can just summon Aaron, set Mirror Force, and then mill 3 in the end phase. Try to set up for his Beckoning Light. He could also just, summon Aaron and attack. That's going to run into the D prison. Either way, Indikid is going to take Lila here for sure. You can't afford to let him have Lila to pop the D prison and then mill 3 on top of it. So let's see if Mr. Maple makes the heads up play of not attacking. No, he's going to swing into D prison. That, I think, is a huge mistake. If you look at the hand from Mr. Maple, your hand is now terrible. Whereas if you milled even 1 JD or something, your hand would have been very good. This Aaron's going to be very difficult to get over. It's going to promote at least 6 mills for you because you have Mirror Force and Honest to defend it at least 2 turns. So that was a little bit of a, I think, unnecessary attack from Mr. Maple. He could have played a little bit longer of a game there. For Indikid, the draw is Bottomless Trap Pull. That's going to help him clip another normal summon, and this Mizuki can actually start applying some pressure. It can get rid of that extra 1,000 he gave Mr. Maple too. We're going to see if that extra 1,000 matters. I actually think in Zombies, Upstart Goblin's one of the worst cards because a lot of your OTKs are either over the course of 2 turns or they're very exact. You have Bryonic, Goyo, Dark Armed, and that's exactly 79, and then Plague is 83. You need your opponent to be at a lower life total with this deck because a lot of your OTKs, your opponent needs to be at a lower life total. Additionally, I also think Upstart Goblin is very bad in this deck because I don't think draw power particularly helps the zombie deck all that much. One of the strengths of the zombie deck is its ability to use recruiters to find specific cards out of your deck that you need at a certain time. But one of the worst opening hands you can have in zombies is when you have all your recruiter targets at once. You actually just want to keep those cards in the deck as long as possible, not like turbo into drawing any one specific card. Just grab the card that's right for the specific situation. Zombies likes tutors. I think the draw cards, a little bit suspect. Okay, gonna find a Space Typhoon and an Honest to deflect this Mizuki. That is gonna get nothinged. That's not gonna get punished at all. Mystic Tomato is the draw, not gonna get summoned before the battle phase. Smart move, not playing into Mirror Force. Lots of Lightsworn players have been playing Mirror Force lately. I think almost every single... Fuck, why is it not coming up? Hold up, what the hell's going on? There we go. Yeah, lots of Lightsworn players have been playing Mirror Force lately, so heads up play from Indicate not playing into that. Goes ahead and sets the Tomato. Now that Aaron is banished, you can set the Tomato pretty freely here. Okay, Mr. Maple finds his first active card out of 1,000,000. This would have been a lot of turns of his Aaron milling for him, which, you know, like I said, it would have been very good for him if his Aaron had stuck around and not walked into that T-Prism, but alas, here we are. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, first active card in a few turns is the Hamster. Gonna go ahead and set that. I actually really like Hamster and Lightsworns as well. I think the first copy is always pretty good. Second copy is also sometimes good. I am experimenting with playing 3 Hamster in Lightsworn alongside Night Assailant and a few other cool techs, but not really sure how good that is yet. It's just an experimentation that I might be doing in the future. A little bit more videos with it. Indica, unfortunately, not finding one of his powerful tutors other than Mystic Tomato, and not really finding a way to get Mystic Tomato live. It's a little bit awkward. He doesn't have tuners, he doesn't have Diva, he doesn't have Plague in order to convert off this mind control, so his hand it's pretty bad. I'm going to be real. Call, book, Zombie Master. Zombie Master looks terrible here now that the Mizuki's in play. No real way to convert off of these 3 cards specifically, and then the Tomato's not active either because he's not getting attacked. He's going to mind control the Hamster. Heads up play, wants to get rid of the flip effect. If it is a Raikou or whatever, he's going to flip it. He doesn't play his own Raikous. So that leads me to believe that he's cut Raikous in favor of Upstart Goblins. I don't think that's good. I think especially with these Reborn spells, you want a mill. It's just, you want to have active cards, and as of right now, it's turn 10, or not turn 10, turn 5, and none of your cards are live, so it's kind of awkward. Switches the Hamster to defense, activates the Honest effect to bounce it to his hand to play around, brain control, play around, giving your opponent the extra information. Draws a second copy of Beckoning Light. So awkward. I mean, like, this is just, like, very awkward. These cards would have all gotten milled, of course, via the Aaron, but you can't know that until you actually go that route, and then it's like, what, Schrodinger's top deck or whatever. Attacks the Honest again. There's no reason to do that. It's either Honest or Raikou. If it's Raikou, you would much prefer that they flip it into attack position, unless you want to play around Celestia. But the hand is Wolf and potentially Beckoning. Wait, did he not just set Beckoning? Oh, he didn't draw a second Beckoning. He drew Cold Wave. That's what it was. Okay, my bad, guys, my bad. I'm tripping. But yeah, the hand is Wolf, potentially Beckoning, and this would have to be Raikou, and they would have to top deck Celestia to make this attack worth it, and taking the extra damage is, like, not ideal. Heavy Storm is the draw. So a lot of back row removal. And all of it's going to be okay here. I think the Typhoon is probably going to be good. The Cold Wave and the Heavy Storm, not so good, because you'd have to clear your own Mirror Force. Going to go ahead and bounce the Honest again, reset it, and pass. Here's Kai's the Shadow Monarch. So this is the first piece of action that Indicate has seen the whole fucking game. He's going to go ahead and Caius the set monster without a doubt. That's what I would be doing. No, he's going after Mirror Force. Did he know about Mirror Force? I don't know if he knew about Mirror Force. He might have known about it. He might have known about it off the death sheet. I forget if Mirror Force was drawn before or after. I think Mirror Force, he did know about Mirror Force. Okay, that's why he went after it, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And now he knows he can attack with the Honest, because it's very unlikely to be a Raikou. Okay, cool. No, that's an alright play. Because he knew about Mirror Force, that's an alright play. Goes ahead and gets his 2-for-1. He traded the Mizuki for the Mirror Force and the Honest. Now his Call of the Haunted is live, and his Book of the Life is live. And on top of that, his Zombie Master is also live. Mizuki can also maybe be used as a revive later in the game as well. So he's in a pretty good spot here. It's going to be a Cold Wave into Lila. Lila attacks the set. I think this attack is very bad. I think you should never attack here. Because against zombies, what do they have? Only monsters that they want you to attack. They only have Goblin Zombies, Pyramid Turtles. That kind of shit. That's the only thing they have. So you never attack there. Never, ever, 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 ever give your opponent free demonic tutors. Very bad attack from Mr. Maple. Lila's going to activate. It's going to break the bottomless trap hole. End phase is going to mill charge, brain control, and beckoning. And that's just like very unfortunate. I think he's pretty much dead this game. Let me see. Summons Mystic Tomato. All right. What could have happened this turn? Because I'm fairly certain that Indicate is missing lethal here. Because you can synchro into Yugioh, Dark End, Book of Life, Call of... So you Yugioh here, Dark Ends pop there. There's some way to do lethal damage here. I'm certain it is. If you guys take a moment... You know what? We should take a moment, actually, together. You and I, together. If he plays Red Dragon... Well, Red Dragon wouldn't be good, because... Let's say you make Bryonic. Bryonic, pitch Zombie Master. Mizuki back Zombie Master. So you bounce one of the cards. Then you have Call of the Haunted. You can pitch Mirror Force, bounce the other monster. That should be game, right? Caius plus Bryonic is 47. Plus Zombie Master is 65. And then Call of the Haunted on Tomato is 79. So yes, he for sure has lethal here, and he is just not going for it for absolutely no reason. So questionable plays. Questionable plays. Top deck is Raiko. Either way, this game's over. Yeah, Indica just completely missing lethal. He knows the other back row is not Mirror Force. It's a non-threat. If it's Solemn, then you just Call of the Haunted back your shit and OTK because they go to like 3,500 or whatever. So yeah, this was not well played. This was not well played at all. You also knew the hand was at least Beckoning Wolf. So you have the read that the back row is very highly likelihood of being Beckoning Light, which does nothing here. So, yeah, definitely a missed lethal. Definitely questionable stuff here from fucking, Indicid. Is this still more missed lethal? This is still missed lethal. Still more. Just make Bryonic, my guy. Just fucking make the synchro and bounce the fucking cards and kill him. Why do you want to lose this game? I don't understand. I just don't get it. Like, obviously you're going to win the game now because the top decks were so bad. But this is insane. What do you get? You get Lila. You get Honest. Then you Honest. Why did you Heavy Storm? I guess if you Lila break... No, there was no reason to Heavy Storm there. Oh my goodness. Okay, this game is a mess. This game is a mess. We're just going to go to the next game. Thank you. Fucking shit. That should have happened 2 turns earlier. Yeah, you had fucking... Alright. Next game. Mr. Maple gets to go first. He has a great opening with Solar Recharge. 2 Wolves in the opening is not very good, but DD Crow is pretty good. Space Typhoon helps you against back rows. And Indicate has almost identical opening to the last game. Looks like he's left in Space Typhoon, which is an interesting choice. Not a bad choice, but just an interesting one in general. Trap Dust Shoot and Mind Control in the opening as well. 2 very powerful cards. Solar Recharge is going to pick Pitch Wolf, mill 2. 3 names already engraved. And you're off to the races as a Lightsworn player. You have your own Trap Dust Shoot, which is very good. You can summon Lila here. Set 2. You don't even have to set the Typhoon, really, but that's good because they're only going to set Chainables into Lila, and you can pick it off end phase. So you mill, and then all 4 names. JD's now live off the top. You do have a shitty hand, but JD's now live off the top, and you get a Dust Shoot. Here, I am taking Mystic Tomato 1000%. It is a bit unfortunate that they have Mind Control for the Lila to break your back row, but such is life. And if they Mind Control your Lila, it's a card out of their hand, makes their Tragodia a little weaker. If they want to set more back rows, then whatever. And because you know about the Dust Shoot, well, they don't have cards in their grave, but if they do Mind Control the Lila, you can turn player priority DD Crow the Mind Control and protect your draw from a Dust Shoot if you wanted to. Like, let's say you top deck JD. You could turn player priority, Crow the Mind Control. All right, looks like he's going to not use his Mind Control to take the Lila and break the back row. Huh. I don't know about that one. I guess the Typhoon is less versatile than the Mind Control. But the Mind Control also gives you mills. So, like, any top deck Book of Life, top deck Mizuki, top deck whatever, even if you mill Mizuki or Plague, like, that's very fucking good. So, I don't know. There is merit to saving the Mind Control. I don't know if it's worth it. End phase, he's going to DD Crow the Typhoon. Just play around the situation happening all together. Now, there is a 50-50. I mean, that could be Mirror Force, but Lila can just break it here, so that's what's going to happen. You are going to see that. Lumina's going to pitch Wolf, special Jane. He is going to attack into Trag for 1,000. Now, this is a bad attack. The Jane shouldn't attack here. You should just attack with the Lumina, get your 1,000. He can't drop Trag, and you just pass. Now he drops Trag, and then he can kill everything on your board, so it's not good. Do get a mill 5, nothing really of value milled, no Necrogarda, no Plague. Burial, not a great draw. So now the situation looks kind of dire. You do get to attack over Lumina, but you're in a bad spot. And then there's the top deck JD. That should just about wrap things up. Just blow up the field. Attack for 3k. Mill 4 hits the Plague. Upstart Goblin, give him another free nuke. Blind Allure, I'm assuming. Yep. And the game ends. Alright, going to game 3. That was just a tough one for Indicud. He had a lot of cards that didn't add up, and he got dust shooted out of his only piece of action, his only tutor. Once the tutor was gone, he couldn't get his engine going, and then his deck just kind of fell apart. Opening hand, he's got Light Mirror, which is a good one in the matchup, Trag. So it's a really solid opening hand from Indicud. I don't love D-Prison against Lightsworn. I'm going to be real. Going second, it's okay, right? But I just don't love it, especially if Lightsworn is playing multiple Lila. However, as of right now, Lila's been trimmed a lot from a lot of decks. I think right now, Lila's really fucking good. You could play 3 Lila in this metagame, and it would be fucking insane, because everyone's playing like multiple D-Prison. And Lila's insane in metagames where everyone's playing multiple D-Prison. So I think if you're playing Lightsworn right now, you could get away with 2 to 3 Lila. Zombies gets to go first, finds Return, another insane power card. Just normal summons Goblin Zombie. You do this in this matchup to play around Aaron, of course, because not only do they have Aaron, but they have Charge and Rhoda. So they have 3 copies of Aaron. And then on top of that, they could like recharge mill it and then Lumina bring it back. So there's like a little bit more than 3 copies of Aaron, basically. Okay, opening hand is actually super, super, super stacked for Mr. Maple. He's going to get to recharge away, but as of right now, he doesn't have an out to the Light Mirror, and that's going to fuck him up. So he recharges, pitches Wolf, draws 2, and there's the out to the Light Mirror, and that should just be the game. His hand's very good. Royal Oppression is insane against zombies. Yeah, and Indicud doesn't have an out, so what the fuck? That's crazy. You're gonna blind Typhoon post board? Wow. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I actually think you for sure set the Typhoon. And the reason why you for sure set the Typhoon is it gives you a chainable. If they go for Caius and they target your back row, then at least you have a chance that they fuck up, right? And then on top of that, you can save the Typhoon to answer something. Let's say they go to their turn. They would try to wind blast your back row. You can Typhoon another back row or whatever. Oh, shit. He is doing this. Oh, wow. Never mind. Hold up. He just said, I want Wolf Oppression. I want Celestia. Fuck me, man. That's crazy. I would have attacked first to play around track, for sure. Obviously, you want to attack here first with the Wolf to play around track, but looks like he's not going to get punished all too much. I mean, he milled another Wolf, so he can just attack with that one. He's going to drop track here, try to defend. He can run that over with... No, you're not going to run that over with Honest. You're going to let them Caius you? You're going to let them have a 2400 Trag? You have Honest, just run it over. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is a tough game to watch. This is a tough match to watch. Deep breaths, Keegan. Deep breaths. Tragodia attacks Celestia. I mean, here you honest, but now you lost your wolf and you got them a Mizuki engrave, and I mean, at least they do have Royal Oppression. You do have the win condition, but they have Deep Prison for your Celestia, and they have the biggest monster right now. Wait, you have Royal Oppression. Wait, you have what? He activated Mizuki. You have Royal Oppression. Negate that, my guy. My lad. You have the answer. Activate this. What? Oh, this is a match. This is a shocking match. Okay, hold up. This is crazy. What the fuck am I watching? Just set Raikou pass. I mean, yeah, at this point, there's Upstart Goblin into another Light Mirror. Okay. Indikid's pulling ahead with this a little bit. I mean, he has tutors for everything he needs in play now. DD Crow's pretty good. Still doesn't quite have an out to Royal Oppression, but he does have an out to the Celestia. So maybe we'll see a Raikou flip? No. Let's just attack Raikou. Anything before damage. You should flip the Light Mirror here. There you go. Nice. Heads up play from Indikid, flipping Light Mirror in the battle step. That's going to clear out the Raikou. Draws a second Royal Oppression. Bro, why did you not Royal Oppression this Goblin Zombie? I don't fucking understand that shit. That shit does not make sense. Now you beckoning, pitch your hands. Get back double honest, but you just lose to D Prison. Right? You just die on the crackback? I guess you don't just die. I don't like this Typhoon. Well, I guess the hand is double honest, so. Yeah, never mind, I like this Typhoon. 3 Light Mirror, wow. Indikid not fucking around. 3 Light Mirror with Upstart Goblin to find them as well. This is gonna be big. What? You know his hand! Bro! All of the wolves are gone. Switch everything to attack. Put him on a 2-turn clock. The only thing he can mill is Plague Spreader or Necrogarna, which you are absolutely okay with. All 3 wolves are gone. This is a shocking game. However, he would have gotten punished. Because there is Gareth. So. Wait, he had return set. Is that lethal? Hold up. 22, 32. No, he's at 9,000. This is pretty far off, actually. Okay, there's Gareth. That's going to run over the wolf. He would have milled that Gareth with the Goblin Zombie, though. Just saying. I'm just saying. Top deck is Caius. An insane top deck. Would have been lethal had he attacked the Goblin Zombies, I'm assuming. What? What's going on? He's Sangan crashing into Gareth. Goes into deck. Searches Diva. What are you doing? What are you fucking doing? Just sack the Sangan for Caius. Search the Diva. Banish the Gareth. Attack for fucking... Put him on a clock. Jesus Christ. It's like these people don't want to win. What is it? They're just going to summon Gareth again and run over your shit. And now your combo materials are all gone. What am I watching? This must be one of the worst that would have got milled. So these 2 cards would have got milled with Goblin Zombie had he attacked. Just keeping in mind. Keep that in mind. We're going to see what he draws next turn. We're going to see. There's a Caius Spanish. Okay. Attacks with both. We're going to see what he draws next turn. What do you have top deck to win? What do you have top deck to win? No. He wouldn't have. Wait, let me think. Oh, he would have, because brain control on Wolf. Okay. Yeah, he would have top deck to win. Okay. Well, in that case, Indikid made the right play, but I still think, more often than not, Indikid says, I played that bad, I deserve to lose if you draw light. Yeah. Yeah, I think more often than not, you are supposed to do things a different way. I think that was That was really messy. But this is just game. Because you just honest over the, yeah. That last turn where you sack Caius, you banish the Gareth, you have so much, right? You could even sack Goblin Zombie. I guess you don't have a way to get it in the grave. It's kind of awkward too. The Lightmares just didn't do anything. They just didn't do anything the whole game. They were always off when it mattered. And then once the life points were low enough, like the Honest were just able to punch. That was a messy match. What do you guys think of that match? I think there's a ton to reflect on here. That was crazy messy on both sides. I'm sure I missed stuff even because there was just so much going on, but in general, that was a tricky one to watch. Let's move on to the second match. That was good. Well played to Maple. I think he had a game plan, and I think Indikid was playing not to lose instead of playing to win. So I think that's inevitably what got Indikid lost there. Okay, the next one is Pana 2525 versus Souls Manic. This game is Ancient Gear versus Flamvell. Pana 2525 is going to go second. He loses the rock, paper, scissors. Souls Manic is a very powerful duelist. You guys might know him. He was on commentary with me for the finals of RBET4. He also recently top 8'd US Nationals, which is fucking crazy, with Despia. He was the only branded Despia player in top 8 of US Nationals, which is just an incredible accomplishment to go from top 8ing Nationals and then immediately after entering the biggest Edison tournament and getting 13th place. That's very wide range of power, and it just speaks a lot to Souls Manic's skill as a duelist. Pana 2525, he's a duelist who's been around too, though. He's no slouch, all right? And his deck it looks solid. This opening is very good from the Ancient Gear. You're very happy to see openings like this. Like that dust shoot, it's a pretty good dust shoot, actually. It's got to take the beast. Got to take, he's taking a Peacekeeper. Hoping to bottomless the beast. Well, let's see it. I think you grab Mausoleum with the last terraforming. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait. Wait, I just got done saying... Hold on. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Let me think here. If he bottomless the beast, goes Gear Dragon over Raikou pops the other Gear Dragon direct, you drop cores. You win the game immediately on the spot. This, you summon Gear Beast, you don't bottomless the Gear Beast. This is your hand you fucking lose, right? Is that... Am I overthinking that? Am I wrong here? Hold up. Why would you not bottomless his beast? He has 1, 2, 3 Gear Dragons. Raikou pops one of them. So you only take 3k and then you have Gores. And he's out of cards. And you have everything. And now the Gear Beast is sticking. And this card, you can't get over this card. D-Prison does nothing. You have to book bottomless it now, or you have to compulse bottomless it. You're losing a whole extra card, and then you lost the value from the Raikou, and then they have the OTK shit set up for next game. That was a terrible play from Souls Manic. I can't believe I just... This guy just top 8'd Nats, and he's making plays like that, so you guys have a chance too. Future Fusion's never a bad draw. Here's D-Prison, or not D-Prison, Compulsory getting set. Here's Future Fusion. That's what I was going to say. Reveals Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. For you guys who don't know what this card does, it says, must be Fusion summoned. If this card attacks defense, piercing. It pierces. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate. Whatever, Ancient Gear shit. If this card is destroyed at all, you can target one Ancient Gear Golem in your graveyard, special summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions. So, you send Ancient Gear Golems with the Future Fusion, and then you get to special summon it back when that guy dies, which is just amazing. It's exactly where you want to be. And it's very hard to not have him die. The only way to not have him die is Bryonic, because D-Prison can't get used on him. I guess you can compulse it too, but he's going to be forced to compulse this Ancient Gear Beast. I mean, it's just the way it's going to go down. Let's see if he does anything at all. No, he's going to set, activate Gear Town, special summon Gear Dragon. This is going to get hit with Bottomless, but that's okay. Terraforming, grab the last Gear Town. I think Soulsmanic's too far behind here, though. I think he's lost. I think he's completely lost. Not bottomlessing the Ancient Gear Beast was a complete throw. Like an absolute throw. Not only did you like not bottomless it, but you not bottomlessed it with perfect information from the trap dust shoot. So just a critical error. Totally cost him this game. Like this is a one game. These cards should have added up to a win against these cards. That's just how it should have been. But instead, it's gonna add up to a loss, and that's just unfortunate. Here, let's see if he plays into Gorse. He does. He's gonna drop Gorse. Turn 1 on Future Fusion. He has to Typhoon the Future Fusion. He's going to be able to do this, but now double Gear Dragon's coming down. There's no answer to the second Gear Dragon, and that's that. I mean, that's just the way it goes. I also know, because I've seen Soulsmanic decklist, that he doesn't play Cyber Dragon. So this is going to be a hard one for him. No cap. Ooh, that's a gross draw, too. That's a really fucking gross draw. You know, the token's 2,000, Gorz is 27, and Kaiku is 18. Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, it's probably... I don't know if I would have gone for this, actually. Maybe. I don't know if I would have gone for this. I think I would have tried to summon both Gear Dragons. Yeah, I think I would have tried to summon both Gear Dragons first. Maybe I'm capping, you know? That's going to bring one out from the grave. I guess this gets you extra value out of the Gear Dragon in your hand. Okay. Yeah, and if the Fortress dies, then you just pitch this, bring it back. However, we know the Fortress is going to get hit with Deep Prison here, and this is going to get hit with Book, and then Pana's actually going to probably lose. I probably would have gone for double Gear Dragon just to play around Mirror Force. That's just what I would have played around. And just to have two cards that beat their whole board. Here's Mausoleum. He can't do this. Okay, so this is an illegal normal summon. He normal summoned Gear Frame, and now he's going to try to normal summon a second time. This card doesn't give you a second normal summon. So you can't actually activate this and normal summon again. This is their one normal summon set per turn. So you can't actually normal summon twice. So this is an illegal summon. They didn't catch it. Neither of them caught it. Wow. Sloppy game. Sloppy game. All around. Lots of error. Lots of errors. Megamorph is crazy here, actually, too. Yeah. That's crazy. Megamorph, try to go for the kill. Gonna get Chained Book. Okay, so here you can flip this, normal summon the Morphing Jar, and attack for game. This wasn't summoned this turn. So, you missed lethal. What the fuck? Looks like he's playing Morphing Jar, though. He's adapted my tech. I really like the Morphing Jar tech in this deck. Magic Cylinder. Here's Gear Frame. That's going to search Fortress. Fortress is going to come into play. It is super, super duper game. He attacks that. He has to pop that. Honestly, he should have equipped the Gear Frame to the Gadget Dragon, so it would have protected it, and then he could limit it for game. But this is game either way, because the... What? No, don't attack with that. You're playing it at a Trag. Attack with Gear... Okay, this is just... Oh, my goodness. Now, you know what? I wanted to review some tournament gameplay, and here we are. Reviewing some tournament gameplay. That was an illegal move into a lot of different crazy things, and we're gonna check out the next game. Looks like he's brought in the Royal Oppression and the Dust Tornado. Both good calls. I think his sequencing in the last game was very bad. I think the fucking obviously not catching the extra normal summon 2 is very bad. This opening from Pana is terrible. He needs to find something ASAP, like a Scrap Recycler or a Gear Frame or something like that. And that's going to play into exactly what Soulsmanic wants to be doing here. I think this is going to be a loss for Pana. Unless he finds something crazy good. Sets 3, okay, respectable set 3. He's going to get a Dust Shoot Resolution here, I believe. Yep, and the Raikou going to target it. Very unlucky for Soulsmanic. 1 in 3 chance to hit something. Obviously, he does have the Space Typhoon, which is chainable as well. So it was technically a 2 in 3 chance to hit something chainable, but hitting the Dust Shoot is the worst possible scenario. He's going to take the Gorz. Gorz is weapon number 1. What is it? Public enemy number 1 for the Ancient Gear deck. So you get rid of Gorz. Here's a normal summon of Flamvell Magician. Not going to synchro. Just going to get in 1,600 points. Going to synchro main phase 2. Fair enough. That's going to get hit with Bottomless Trap Hole. I would have maybe thought to make Bryonic, given my setup. Maybe not, though. Bryonic seems a little better. Or Urukizas, which could eventually climb, provided you have the defense for it. But I think Brownic with Oppression is really cool, because you can actually switch off your own Oppression by pitching a Flamvell and then rekindling back stuff, and then setting the Oppression again behind it. So, if it had resolved. I mean, it's just all like semantics. Didn't end up resolving. Here's Gramble. Gramble is actually huge here. It presents a threat that can't be outed by fucking anything that Soulsmanic has. And it also answers like most of the stuff off the top, like Fire Dogs and whatnot. Looks like Soulsmanic didn't shuffle. He top deck Book of Moon. Doesn't elect to set it. Goes ahead and pressures again for 900. Getting Soulsmanic down to 6,200 is actually pretty big, because a lot of the turns here are going to be like 6,000 pokes, and then the Magic Cylinder is going to be game on any monster, even like a Raikou or something. Tragodia is the draw. Looks like he did board that in for some extra defense. Seems good here. Oh man, the greed is real. I would blind space and then try to tribute summon Ancient Gear Golem. Let's see if he does it. He doesn't. He has respect for the 2 back rows. That is honestly much more respectful than I would have been. I would have tried to blind space, then activate Gear Town and try to normal summon an Ancient Gear Golem. Because I'm crazy like that. I'm just crazy like that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Sets the Magic Cylinder. I might have set the Mirror Force instead. If he summons another monster, you're going to be forced to use the Gramble effect, but not the end of the world, actually. Does find Rekindling, so that does something at some point. Tragodia is going to do that. Soulsmanic needs to refresh. The Gramble is going to bounce both cards. Peacekeeper's really good. That's a really good draw. I do like Peacekeeper in this deck. I think it's quite good. I really like Pana 2/5's list. I actually think it looks quite solid. I might try to build this in paper or something. The Gramble's going to attack for 900. Drops the Trag again. This time sets Gear Town. Playing around Heavy Storm a little bit. He can also end phase Typhoon his own Gear Town to try and special summon a Gear Dragon from the deck. Here's Dust Tornado, blind, chain Typhoon on the set field spell to make the Gear Town miss timing. Lucky for Soulsmanic that he did not hit the chainable Space Typhoon himself. Activates Rekindling, and it's actually not just luck, because Soulsmanic does know that this first card was set while there was a Raikou in play. So there's a higher likelihood of this being a chainable card than the card that he set after the Raikou was no longer in play. Rekindling is going to activate. It's going to bring up Flamvell Magician. Here, utilizing the this is like a pseudo monster reborn to bounce this card out of your way. But he's going to book it. That's interesting. I might have just bounced the Magician. How does this work? Yeah, I might have just bounced the Magician. You have a 2400 Trag. You have Bottomless. Like, you're in a great spot. I might have just bounced the Magician. Now you're forced to synchro away with your threat, which I don't like doing into back row. I just don't. Yeah. Works out, though. He's able to make Stardust. He's not going to set the Torrential. Oh, he is. Okay, cool. Wow. What a draw. That's insane. That's a really good draw. I mean, you just go for it. Forces the Bottomless here, but that's an insane draw as well. Bottomless Trap Hole is going to be big. And a Mirror Force to save life. Honestly, he should have Typhooned while the Stardust wasn't in play. He should have Typhooned before the end phase, hitting one of these back rows, because now the Typhoon doesn't do anything. So he should have Typhooned maybe even the newest set. Maybe. Because then he could have Mausoleumed and then tried to force something through. Either way, Rekindling is going to be the draw. It's a pretty big draw. Wait, he doesn't use Rekindling here. Interesting. I think he just thinks that's fine. Okay. Cyber Dragon. He's just dead to Oppression. This game's over. I'm fairly certain. He's going to pitch, try to special. It's going to get oppressed. He's going to chain Typhoon. He's going to bottom with it. He's not going to negate the Typhoon with Stardust. I guess it makes sense because then they can Oppression the Stardust coming back. Makes perfect sense. But now, you're in a pickle. You take 700 here. Any monster off the top should do it for Soulsmanic. There's Snowman Eater. That should do it. Because he can go, 700 down to 2,500. Oh, he's just short with Black Rose Dragon. Unfortunately, Snowman Eater being a level 3, kind of awkward here. Yeah, Black Rose is not going to be quite lethal. Alright, well. He's not going to pressure through the life points because he does have Torrential Tribute, but that's a fucking crazy draw. That's fucking crazy. Holy shit. I think it's a choke not to make the Black Rose and put him down to 100 because Mausoleum's still live and your only out is Torrential. And like there's so many cards. Like look at the graveyard. How many level 8s have been used? 1. There's at least 5. And then there's 2 other fortresses. So that's 7. And then there's on top of that fucking any number of crazy shit like Gores that they could Mausoleum out that would just fucking kill you here. So this is you want to put him to 100. Mausoleum is representing a lot, especially because these cards haven't been set. They haven't been set. You know they are fucking monsters. You know they're fucking scary ass monsters here. And then this Overload is just it's gonna be a crush. Special summon Cyber Dragon, normal summon Ancient Gear, and then Overload for game. That's crazy. That was insane. That match was crazy. That was one for the fucking books. I bet Souls Manic, I bet he's rewatched this since then, just to see what was up. That extra normal summon in game 1 definitely cost him. And then the missequencing with the bottomless on the Ancient Gear Beast definitely cost him as well. This game, not making the Black Rose and putting him to 100 with the active Mausoleum is like, this card is a threat. Put him to 100. Take it off the table. You essentially kill this card once you put him to 100. It's a +1. Plus, you got 2 threats and a Torrential. You can do some cool shit with that, you know? The Torrential definitely wasn't good enough there. Definitely wasn't. Because, like, if he just goes Mausoleum, pay 2,000, summon fucking guy, what's his name? And then you're forced to Torrential, and then he just pitches, summons fucking Machina Fortress. On your next turn, you have to Black Rose blow up your own field. Like, you have to do it anyway. You might as well cut off the play and put 2 threats in play and say good luck. I don't know, maybe not. But I think it's better to cut it off. Because, like, then all of a sudden, Ancient Gear monsters are all dead draws. So you cut off a ton of dead draws. You cut off a ton of different plays. That Overload was definitely, like, the best thing. There's a reason this card is limited to 1. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next replay. These are pretty exciting replays. There's a lot to cover. A lot to cover for sure. This one's between Zal's and best Yu-Gi-Oh player NA. I think I have played against both these players. Ooh, let's show both hands. Zal's is playing what looks like Diva Zombies, and it looks like best Yu-Gi-Oh player NA is also playing Diva Zombies. This is going to be a really cool mirror match. All right. Oh, Diva Hero Zombies. No, Diva Hero. This is actually Diva Hero. Okay, Diva Hero. I see it. Yeah, Diva Hero. Okay, cool. So we got Diva Hero versus potentially Diva Zombies? We'll find out. Sets the Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. This is the nuts, by the way. Turn 1 Stratos into Malicious with Wind Blast Plague is the nuts, and then you have Return on top of that. He actually should have set Return as well and just gone for the you don't have heavy, I'm going to win the game setup with Return, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, this is going to be game no matter what, so he's going to charge. That's going to mill 3. Mills a Diva. You hate to mill Diva on this deck. It feels kind of bad, but there's a Lila. That's an interesting one. You do see that more often in these builds with Chaos for sure. It's going to walk right into this Phoenix Wing Wind Blast activation. And then it's going to be an unfortunate circumstance from best Yu-Gi-Oh player NA here. He's going to have to he's going to have to get fucked up. What the fuck? Make an 8-star. What the fuck? So, you have the nuts. What the fuck? I guess he's trying to play around Gores, but I'm just like, just make the 8-star, bro. You have fucking Miracle Return. You have the ways to beat Gores next turn. Like, just put him on the clock. You know what I'm saying? I guess you just make Stardust main phase 2. Dog. Zal's, what are you doing? Activate the militia. Are these the right replays? Are these replays bugged or something? Holy shit, what is going on? Make a fucking Stardust. Set your return. Next turn, you just win the game. You stack for Plague. You sack for Caius. You banish their shit. You have like 8 million damage in play. You return back the other shit. You make a fucking Colossal Fighter, and you win through everything. What am I... Stardust negates the Lila... Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. Deep breaths. You know what's going to be all right now? It's going to be all right. Malicious going to activate. Special summon out the Malicious. It's going to Caius it. He's going to take 1,000 here. Maybe it's not the cleanest win. But he did have Stratos Wind Blast Tuner, which is the FTK. And then, this return of this Plague would have been fucking crazy here. No cat. Would have been fucking crazy. Sets the return. Now why are you setting the return? You know he has Lila! Oh my god. Set the fucking heavy storm here. Dog. Summon Zombie Master. Okay, gonna try to get the Lila in the graveyard to bring back the Goblin. Then he's gonna try to crash. And then Sorcerer main phase 2. I respect it, but that's gonna get fucking destroyed by return. Yep, there's the crash. There's the Sork. And now it's just return, special summon out the 2 monsters, and then Heavy Storm. He chains return, but this shouldn't matter because you can make Red Dragon if he plays it. And wait, there's got to be a way to pierce here, right? I mean, Red Dragon wins if he plays it, but I don't know if he plays that. Either that or he can double Diva and then double Miracle. So Diva's wants wait. Diva's wants Miracles. No, there's no way for him. Oh, he can just double he can Miracle and then Miracle banish the other Absolute Zero, and then that's game. Okay, yeah, so he makes Absolute Zero and then he Miracles away the other Absolute Zero, and that should be game, yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. That was nuts. I think he messed up the opening quite a bit. Zals did, but that was a crazy opening. So yeah, best Yu-Gi-Oh player NA has Lightning Vortex, Trag, a few Nombos. I think Lightning Vortex doesn't work super well with Trag because it empties your hand and then your Trag's weak. Draws Return again. Return has been the name of the game in a lot of these decks. This card's fucking disgusting, especially in the mirror match. It's just like, God, like every single turn it resolves. You're just like, oh my God, it's so gross. He's got the Evil Guy Caius reversal play, which is so big here. He can Heavy Storm before calling to play around Trap Dust Shoot, which he should do. So he should have Heavy Storm first there. This is a mistake. And this is also a mistake. Okay, so this is 2 mistakes from Zals. You don't need to summon Stratos here. I think you should actually Caius the monster, cut him off. First off, Heavy Storm the back row, Caius the monster, cut him off and attack directly. Or you don't even have to attack. Next turn you can Stratos, hit for 40 Majillion, and then go from there. But you definitely shouldn't make this play because you don't want to turn on their set monsters. Yes, you did see the Lila, you did see the charge, so they are likely playing a large number of Lightsworns, and he is going to get not rewarded essentially, but it's not the worst situation for him here. He does get to preserve the Evil Guy Caius play, but I think going for Evil Guy Caius early on is good. Also gets you 2 darks in circulation for Caius, and then you find the 3rd off of Stratos. If you find a discard trap at any point, you're just ready to Dark Armed. So I think playing a little bit more aggressively here is going to lead you to more wins rather than not. Tomato and Gores are the mills. Chaos Sorcerer is now live, but none of the zombie shit is now live, so a little awkward. Sets the Torrential. I don't like setting the Torrential here at all. Don't set Torrential here. Keep it in your hand. You have Heavy Storm. You're playing into your own Heavy Storm. Not a good play. Not a good play at all, in my opinion. This has been the worst possible, I think, scenario for Zals. I think he has played into everything from his opponent. But that's just that, I suppose. Looks like best Yu-Gi-Oh player is able to find some more additional sweepers. You could set Mirror Force here. You could set nothing here. I like set nothing. You know about the alias. He'll probably alias attack, and then it gives you a chance to drop a 3k Trag, which is pretty fucking good. Okay, returns the pickup. Return is fucking gross. Especially now that this Caius is banished. Okay. It's going to be alias attack, of course. You can still drop the Trag. It's just worse now. For obvious reasons. Okay, gonna attack over the alias. That's fine. I wonder why you would leave alias in this matchup. I guess you have to have it for the e-calls. So you do have to play the 1 alias. Just so you have an extra e-call target. You're either playing that or you're playing Ocean. I like Ocean a little bit more just because it's a water. And also I like Ocean a little bit more because its effect is good. Whereas alias is just kind of like a beater, which helps you against Glads. But Glads is, I guess it's kind of popular. It's like 4th or 5th most popular deck. Even though it's not popular after round 1, if you know what I'm saying. All right. Okay, just draws Snowman, sets it. Snowman Eater is fantastic, but in this matchup, I don't love it. I'm going to pass the turn. He's going to sack Trag for Caius. I don't love this play. I don't love this play for a lot of reasons. Namely, Trench Tribute. Namely Torrential Tribute. That's one of the reasons I don't love it. It's also really bad into Solemn. I think you can just attack a set monster with drag and just be fine. Like, what are they going to do? What's it going to be? Snowman? Okay, you trade for one, and then you get to establish your Pyramid Turtle. Go from there. Keep your Caius up, you know. Hold your Caius. Or you could go, you know, set it for a Diva play next turn. You could even go Diva into Diva, and then next turn have option to Caius, and then 8-star. There's a lot of different stuff you could do after swinging with Tragodia here. I think 3K Tragodia is better than playing Caius into the blind set. Snowman Eater should actually, yeah, should go to the grave because Torrential is Chainlink 2. Tra is DD Crow. DD Crow is fucking phenomenal here because it's a dark. So it gives you 1 dark closer for Dark Arm Dragon, and it also fucks up their shit. However, he does have return, so that could come up. Now he finally Heavy Storms. So he should have Heavy Stormed that like forever fucking ago, and then he should have, not that. I think it was the bottomless or something. I don't fucking remember. But he should have Heavy Stormed that forever fucking ago, and then done the Caius play earlier. He would have won like way sooner, if I'm being real. He can make a 5-star here. Looks like he's going to make Catastor just because he's attacking first, and he wants to get the 3rd dark. So he's going to do 1700 here. He's going to synchro these two into Catastor. Perfect, okay. And then he's going to set return, and he's going to pass. So now there's a couple options from Best Yu-Gi-Oh Player NA. My favorite option here is actually to set one of the battle recruiters and set return. That's my favorite option. And that's exactly what he does. Nice play. Armageddon Knight. Oh, that's gross. That's gross. That's going to get you a couple of darks in it. It's going to send Plague. You have to be careful here, though. If you get Torrential, if you activate and they chain Torrential, you'll have to stack for Plague in order to special Dark Armor, which isn't the worst. It's not the worst. There's Plague. You do want to... DD Crow? Okay. DD Crow's going to banish the Raikou. Keep him off Chaos Sorcerer. That's what I'm assuming. Yep. Special Summon Dark Armor. Okay. Priority pop the monster. And then you have return. Wow. That was crazy. That was crazy. You can return back these two, though. So... Wait. I guess Catastor runs over the... You go to 19. Catastor runs over the Turtle. Armageddon runs over the Raikou. And Dark Arm attacks for game. Okay. Cool. That was a crazy game. Now, Zalz did say in his DM to me that this game showcases the power of the Arma Plague Return DAD package in this deck. And it really did. It really did. It looked like he had a lot of options at any given moment, and he was the one presenting the threats constantly. He wasn't breaking on Malicious, which helps a lot. He was opening Stratos consistently, which also helps a lot, thanks to these E-calls. I like this build. I think it looks good from Zalz. I might try it out in the future. Okay. And then the final replay for today's video. Right now, just take a second to subscribe. I gotta thank you guys again. 5K subscribers it's really special. It's really special. It's kind of crazy to think about it. My good friend Paige, she always says, like, think about it, if there was 5,000 people in a room, it'd be a lot of people. And it would be. That would be a lot of people. So shout out to you guys for coming together. This is a rare thing. This is a rare moment in time. So thanks for being a part of it. Last replay for today is Blab versus Ma. Now, I know what Blab is playing. He's playing Tele-DAD. And it looks like Ma is playing Neo-Spacian. So this is a pretty exciting one. I wanted to showcase Blab's deck. He's playing 41 cards. He has elected to cut the Doom Caliber Knights from my list and add Stratos. But he's not playing Miracle Fusion. He's just focusing on the Teleport and the Synchro and the Dark Armed play. Which I think is actually equally as powerful, or maybe around the same power level as the Miracle Fusion. Unfortunately, Ma's got a pretty hot start. He's got they've got Trap Dust Shoot and Dust Tornado, that's pretty hot. You're going to get Dust Shoot here, you're going to lose your Tomato. Either that or you might lose your Malicious. You never really know. Looks like they are going to take the Tomato, okay. They said, fuck that shit. If you want to Wind Blast and establish a Malicious, that's cool. But this hand's pretty fucking good. I mean, at least I think it is. Going to Storm away the Dust, set the Wind Blast, set the Solemn Pass. You don't actually have to set the Solemn here. I think setting just the Wind Blast is fine. You get kind of blown out by your opponent's heavy. You can assume your opponent doesn't have heavy because they set Dust Tornado turn 1. But at the same time, I think, yeah, pretty much. Armageddon Knight going to send Plague, most likely. Attack for 14. Yep. No Wind Blast activation. Okay. So now you've got some moves. You can Foolish Plague. Make an 8-star. Put this on top. But 8 stars all risk. They're all risk, so I think you just pass. Yep. That's exactly what he does. Armageddon Knight attacks again. Just takes another 14. Draws Mirror Force. Mirror Force is a power card. Don't understand that. Don't understand that one, but looks like we're getting the 8-star play. Actually, here you should well, I guess if you're making Stardust, then you should keep the Mirror Force in hand. I was thinking if you're making something other than Stardust, you shouldn't. But this is pretty good because you've got Stardust and you've got Mirror Force and Solemn to back it up. So if they go for Bionic with the Plague, you can Solemn that shit. Here with Armageddon Knight, you can actually send Malicious and stack this Malicious, which I kind of like. Looks like he's going to send Cross Porter instead. Search the Grand Mole. That's equally fucking insane. Looks like Blab has elected to add Armageddon Knight to this deck. I don't remember if I was playing it. I don't think Armageddon Knight's that good in this deck. Just because all of the stuff you want to send, you can just get off of Tomato anyway. So I don't think it's that good. Sending Gores is kind of just like, yeah, I got Solemn. I'm pretty low. Gores is going to be a dead card, but I don't love sending Gores there. I also don't love the play from Ma last turn. I think it was a little bit passive. I think you wanted to try to out the Stardust if possible. Now you have a whole extra turn where you need to out the Stardust and your back's against the wall at this point. Gores is not the worst draw, but it's also not that great. It's going to go for Plague. It's going to go for Glowma. So this is maybe an Android move. I think if you're Blab, you just let this happen. You don't give a shit about this. Okay, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't think that play is very good. I think you just let your fucking Armageddon Knight die and then attack over the Android. I don't think you want to use your Mirror Force because you know about Grand Mole. You know about at least 4 other unknown cards which could fuck your shit up. And now there's a light and a dark in the grave. There's 2 lights and 2 darks in the grave. Well, Ma didn't go for Chaos Sorcerer, so now he loses to Caius. To be fair, he was dead to Caius anyway, probably, but yeah. Yeah, you didn't have to Mirror Force the Android, but I guess it works because you know about the Caius off the top. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, here's the Caius for game. Cool. That was tight. Tele-DAD, it does the job. It usually has just the right cards you need to get those 8,000 points. And Ma didn't cast the cards in their hand that was castable, so I mean, if you don't play your spells, you're not going to win the game, right? Or monsters or whatever. Okay, Blab is going second. Ma is going first. Opening the Gilman. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Rhoda also kind of awkward with 2 of your targets. This is not a great hand. This is not a great hand. You could get this hand in Diva Hero as well. But the fact that this hand is a hand you can get, plus there's at least the 4 extra bricks in the Cross Porter and Neo-Spacian stuff, it's just tough. Opening draw is Allure. That's very big. I think you want to Allure first. Yeah. Wow. Kaiku is good. Yeah, Kaiku's very good. It's not good here yet, but it'll be good later on. Maybe you banish the evil guy. Yep, that makes sense. Whoa, doesn't want to trade Stratoses. So he's trying to set up a turn where he dust shoots and then he trenchels away the Treeborn plus the follow-up summon, which is respectable. Okay, here's dust shoot. Dust shoot should maybe take... I guess Armageddon Knight. Cross Porter's similar in a sense, so it's like they have 2 copies of that. I think they only play the 1 Cross Porter too, so like Armageddon Knight really only sends Plague here, which you're kind of cool with, and they have Foolish to send that anyway. I feel like taking one of these other cards is better. I feel like taking Deep Sea Diva is better. That's just my opinion here. I think Armageddon Knight is a little redundant with the Foolish anyway. And if they're spending their summon on Armageddon Knight, like, you're totally fine with that. So, like, I get that you're trying to bait them into summoning something that doesn't give them value, but, you know, if they summon Armageddon Knight, you can summon Kaiku, run it over, banish whatever they sent. You know what I mean? It's like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Treeborn comes back. Here comes the Kaiku. This is big. This is actually big. But now you don't have an out to this Diva synchro play, maybe? No, I guess you don't quite. Because of the nature of their hand, they can't Foolish Malicious and then Diva Synchro play. And they also can't Foolish Plague and make a... Well, I guess you can make a Synchro with Spine Gilman. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. I think you want to summon Stratos here. You don't really care about banishing either of these cards. And the Kaiku has more value later on. Yeah, I think this is not very good. Draws Mirror Force, Foolish's Plague. Yep, looks like they're going to go for a level 5. And they actually could have stacked the Gilman and normal summon Deep Sea Diva, which is a better play. Just because it's the... Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. You can keep your Plague in play, though, which is kind of cool. If you wanted to. I don't know. Maybe they just want to save the Diva. Looks like they do. It would also make it so you're not draw locked, which is better than being draw locked for a lot of reasons. I don't know. But yeah, okay. Android attacks. Gonna gain some life points for Ma. Much needed life points against an aggressive deck like this. Lots of ways to remove back row from Blab, so he's pretty happy that Mirror Force got set there. He just sets the Typhoon and passes. Again, Ma is draw locked, so Ma's going to pick up Cross Border. Not going to... So this is weird, right? I feel like you just summon Cross Border and attack the Treeborn. If it's Mirror Force, fuck it, you get a Surge. If it's not Mirror Force, if it's nothing, then you just get fucking 2400 damage in. And yeah, like this is definitely a position where you summon Cross Border. You're going to be gaining 6 after this. You're going to be at 7400. Him being in attack mode is not that much of a liability, especially against your opponent's 3 cards. Treeborn is going to get popped. We're going to see here if if Blab wants to use Typhoon in the draw phase. I think he does. Yep, looks like he does. Standby phase, he's going to bring back Treeborn. Going to brain control the Android. Tribute it for Cyber Dragon? No, he's going to attack first. Okay, that's a heads up play. In case it's like Raikou or some shit. Snowman Eater. Alright. Tributes it for Cyber Dragon. Main phase 2. I might attribute Set to conceal information. Plus, this plays around like a random, like, fucking Card Trooper contact if you tribute Set. You know their hand still, right? You know Diva Malicious, and you know Grammel. So you know all the cards in hand. So you know they can't actually get over Cyber Dragon. So I think you tribute Set. It also plays around a top deck Brain Control a lot better. So this is a bit of a misplay, I think. There's a Thunder King. Here's Grammel. Grammel can bounce the Cyber Dragon. It's not ideal. I actually think you should have bounced the Treeborn first, taken the 21, and then on the following turn bounce the Cyber Dragon. That's my opinion on the subject, but you know what? It's gonna be more or less the same, except this time the Treeborn's in the grave and not in the hand. Dark Dragon's the top deck. It's not very good yet, but Stratos can get the second Dark, and then the third Dark is going to be on its way shortly. Looks like Stratos is going to be the play this turn. There's the second Dark. 1800 Directies. There's Thunder King, attack over the guy, and Book of Moon's actually pretty good. Mind Control also not bad. Heavy Storm, gonna sack for Cyber Dragon. You should actually book your own Thunder King here. I know that it's silly, but it saves you life points. And it's important life points too, because if you think about it, Cyber Dragon's 21, Dark Arm's 28. If you drop down to 48, that's a lethal attackers. So you should book your own Thunder King here. Grammel gonna bounce back the Cyber Dragon, but now that the Treeborn's in the grave, he didn't go with that sequencing on that one turn. He's able to just tribute some of the Cyber Dragon, just pressure him every turn. Looks like Blab is also side decking the Doom Caliber Knights, which is a card that I think just crushes in this deck. It's so good in this deck. He could summon it here, and it'd be pretty good. No, he's not going to. Moss says, I was 11-3 on matches this week, then lost 1 to a flipping Morphing Jar for +5 that OTK'd that turn. That's funny. 11-4, I guess. Kappa. Cyber Dragon's going to attack directly. I would have gone with Doom Caliber just in case they had drawn the Gores. Plus Doom Caliber kills the Grammel, and the next turn you can pressure with the Cyber Dragon. And it gets a Dark in your grave, and yeah, it's just better for your game plan, but never punish. He just draws the shitty Neo-Spacians, and that's why you don't play this deck. You feel me? Now he goes for Doom Caliber. Okay, that's much smarter. Finds Lightning Vortex, which is going to give him the third Dark for Dark Armed, and that's going to kill, and then Sork is going to banish the Treeborn. Here's Special, summon Cyber Dragon, and then Lightning Vortex. Also could have summoned the Dad too, just to flex, which is fire. Tele-DAD coming through there. Very powerful match from Blab. These are the 4 replays that I've collected from RBET4. There was a lot of messy stuff. I'm going to be real. There was a lot of messy stuff, and Yeah, in hindsight, it's 2020, right? But I'm looking at these matches for the first time. I'm noticing stuff. Other people are going to look at these matches. They're going to notice different stuff than me. It's kind of cool to get another person's perspective on this stuff. It's kind of cool to reflect on these games. And I know I'm being a little bit harsh, too. A lot of these players don't play nearly as much as I do, which is totally understandable. That just makes sense. Not everyone is playing this format every single day. A lot of people have lives, unlike me. So I get it. I get it. I get it. And I'm not trying to be too harsh on any of these players. They're obviously very strong. They're entering these tournaments. They're grinding. They're playing on the ladder. So a lot of respect to people for sending in their replays. It takes a lot of courage to do that. So leave a like for those guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.